Hello boys and girls. I am Steve, aka Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck is like alchemy. There is a piece of him in all of you. Did you know that Uncle Buck has a Patreon account? Well, yes, it is very true. Over there you can join many different tiers, bronze, silver, and gold. Each one of them are at different prices. Now, if you are a raving lunatic fucking narc, then this may not be the place for you. So either sit your skanky ass down and pay attention or fuck off. But please remember to hit that fuck off button below, and don't forget to trip on Yo Moma's tit on the way out. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, ha ha, ha. Just kidding. Now let's all act like grown-ass children. And all join hands and play nicely. And don't forget Steve loves you, baby.
Aries, so let's get on with your reading because I'm very busy. So I think that is actually a message. Busy B, anybody beginning with B, Brian. But I'm very busy at this moment. I'm in the door, out the door, in the door, out the door, Gemini. Something to do with the DAW that would also be mixing and mastering, doing something around music. But I'm hearing like I'm very busy. This is a very busy time for me. So you really could be working a hell of a lot. You're kind of in the door, out the door, like DAW, music. A lot of music references here. Aries, so you might do like I do for Angel Radio. You're right. Sorry, but it's not level, it's doing my head in. You're right. So yeah, like DAW, in the door, out the door, mixing and mastering, busy, maybe at work, like working like a dog or a cat, Leo or an Aquarian person, but I'm very busy at this time trying to get things organised and started. So don't forget you can watch this as any placement of Scorpio or a life path 4 as well, because on the top of an Aries card is a 4, and Scorpio also have 4s on top of their major arcana card too. So that means that you can watch both, because we call out 4 basically because it's before the star sign, but we read in numerology and it helps me channel and everything else and pick up the pieces. So you might be dealing with pieces. If I say pieces, you say Pisces. So you might be dealing with a Piscean, or you have it in your chart somewhere. You're also called Charlotte. But very busy at this time. Something about work and education. Like I'm trying to educate myself on something and brush up on my skills. Some of you might be called Dave, Brush, unless you watched Only Fools and Horses. Could be someone from Britain also. But yeah, it might be just like I said, I just keep picking up this energy of like I'm very busy at this time. I'm in and out and kind of doing this, studying, working, painting, drawing, arts, crafts, music, working, trying to get everything organised. So it feels like organisation skills maybe something, or scales. Might have something to do with Sagittarius or Libra, and also a fish, which would be a life path 3 or a Piscean. But like brushing up on my skills. So it feels like I'm a skilled worker and there are certain things I have to do. Unless it's a fillet of fish and you're flaying a fish. So you might be cooking a lot of food and you're trying to prepare food. I think it's kind of like I've got to prepare food, I've got to do this around my food, and you might be dieting. To be honest with you, I've got Aries and Scorpio in my chart. And I'm just about to go on to this Aries for any of you guys that may or may not be interested. Picked up a leaflet yesterday. It's called Saxander. Sounds like sex. Well, it sounds like sex, baby. But yeah, and you have an injection in the arm or the stomach. It's quite expensive. It's about £125 for your first month, and then it goes up even higher than that when the dosage goes higher on the second and the third week. So yeah, it's supposed to make, when you eat, it's supposed to, I think you guys know about this in America, but I think it's quite expensive, right? But when you eat, it's supposed to fill you up really quickly, and then it's also supposed to make you feel as if it's lasting longer, that you're not hungry. Okay, so something, unless you're from Hungary or Spain, okay, or Italy or Sicily or Sicily. But yeah, I don't know. They just keep saying like very busy at this time, in and out, in and out, in and out, shaking it all about, studying, learning and working. Maybe something also about twerking, so that might be around the gym. So you might be working out quite a lot, trying to get fit this month, and you're kind of trying to do some exercise, trying to get out the house. Then also in the house, Chris, Housey, Chris, Christine, Chrissy, Chrissy Ra, Chrissy Ray, Chrissy Ma, me mother. So your mother might also have a placement of 4. Could also be a Scorpio, Aries or a life path 4. Your mother is what they're saying, your lover. So she would also be a Gemini. That's mine. Gemini, life path 4. So yeah, you might have cross comparison of you and your mum having the same kind of placements of 4, Aries or Scorpio or life path energy. And if you're like me, you would have. So you've kind of got this energy of busy working and twerking, working out and walking, also trying to walk it off. Okay, so it might be something like that seems to be coming up for you in the future. Okay, Michael. I'm also hearing Mike, also Mikey, Chunk. So yeah, some of you, sorry, I'm picking up like Goonies. The Goonies. Mama, you've been bad. So unless your mother's been bad, or you're Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie's son, and you got sons and daughters and mothers and everybody. Oh, you got them all up in here. Everybody's in the place. Let's go. If I say place, you say cod, haddock, fish, life path 3 or a Piscean. In the place, let's go. So you might work at Tesco, or you might go shopping and you're trying to look for more organic food. I'm also hearing Morgana, Morgan, Freeman, Freemasons, Mason, Kerry, Melissa, Mel. You right, Mel? Mel, Bell, Bella, Belly, Bells, Hells, Bells. Someone's around a Capricorn or a Gemini. Okay, Hells, Bells. The bells, she gave me water. What's that? Water sign, water. Trying to drink water. I don't know. Let's just go on with your reading. So, Aries, single Aries. What have they got coming up to look out for? If we're looking at single Aries, your actual reading itself, your full proper one, will be over on Patreon on the link provided below. So at the moment, what we're doing is changing things up, and we're looking for, if you are a single Aries, okay, and you are looking for someone, what should they look out for in the future for single Aries? So, oh, you got this halfway. I'm halfway. Wayman. So Caroline, Cass, Wayman, or a Wayman. I'm away quite a lot of the time, but this is also taking a risk and a chance. It's also halfway there. Okay, so it's like, and on the telephone line. So you might be talking to someone via the internet. BT Communications. Could also be called Brittany or Brian or Beth, anybody beginning with B, or from Britain. Or you're talking to someone via the electricity. So you might be looking at your electricity bill and how much it's costing. Definitely if you're from Britain, because it's going up halfway. So what we was paying in Britain, now it's going up and doubling. Okay, so it might be something around electricity bills, paying rent and all that kind of stuff. Maybe looking at moving, transportation. I definitely keep picking up though that it's kind of going at its own pace, and I'm halfway there. It feels like that you might be talking to someone that lives on the other side of the street. Could be next door. You might be interested in a next door neighbour. Okay, could be someone from Australia also. Next door, but then also if you are talking to someone, it might be where you have to travel and you'll kind of get ready and prepared to go, but you need to go ahead by this person on the other end of the pylon here in order to say, yes, I want you to come over. So it might be where you could have a long distance relationship maybe. This person also, because it's the Fool, so it does mean travel and distance. So it means I'm getting prepared to travel, or I would travel. So basically, if you are interested in a person, they either live right next door to you, so you just have to cross the road, Rhodes Island, or someone from Ireland, or Rhodes or Louisiana, or Pollyanna, Polish, someone that's Polish. Also though, for some of you, they don't live next door. You communicate with them via a telephone, okay, and it means that you're at distance. And this person's kind of like, it's going to be a risk and everything is risky, and I don't know if I really want to go ahead on that because it's taking too much of a risk, you coming over. So this person though would go the distance, if you know what I'm saying, because it's a risky move, but I think this person's like, well, fuck it, I'm prepared to do that because I'm there anyway. So it's kind of like, I might pop in because I'm that way anyway. So Poppin, Poppy, Mary, Poppins, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, or Mary. So that would be someone also from Britain. Dick Van Dyke, also someone that could be in a same-sex relationship, or it's just someone from Britain, and you may be talking to a person, or they may be, and then you would have to travel to maybe see this person. But if you're not even considering that, then this is just where you're just talking via the internet. Okay, so it might be someone at a long distance, which means that you have to take a risk in life to change things. If you want things to change, or you want the person, there has to be an agreement with this person to say, yes, I want you. Okay, so that's the kind of person that you might be speaking to or look out for here. It also means adventure and freedom. So it means that I'm up for an adventure because I think that it would completely and utterly change my life. So I'm up for the adventure if you are. Okay, but like I said, the other person has to be up for discovering new things about you. That's the only way you would do it. So it's kind of like that you're on this journey. Okay, you're on this journey and you're a quarter of the way there of getting used to this person and warming up to them. Okay, but in order to be together, it would be an adventure. So it means that if you do have to travel to be with this person, someone's saying, well, I'm adventurous, so I would take that risk in order to do that. Okay, so because I want to be free from where I am. Because if I'm stuck, if you're stuck, okay, if it is a Piscean, it might be a Pisces, but like if you are stuck, okay, the only way that your life changes if you're not stuck, which means that you're not afraid of anything in order to expand. Okay, so yeah, you never get anywhere unless you're willing to take risks. If you're not a chance taker or a risk taker, you're not ever going to get anywhere. Okay, it's the God's honest truth. If you're like, you know what, I hate where I'm at and I really don't like it, and it's a job or something like that, or Rob, you're right, Rob and Mel, but like if it's a job and you're like, fuck, I really hate where I am, but I daren't move, or I daren't make a move because I really don't want to get on that fucking crossroads. Okay, so it would mean I need to get out. So it would definitely mean that I need to get out of this job, but I need to take risks and I need to start making phone calls. I need to go on the computer and pick up some more, put some more work in, okay, in order to be able to telephone people up and say, hello, I'm just looking for clients and jobs and blah blah blah. Okay, but it means that you would have to be more adventurous, because it could be like where you could get a job, but it could be somewhere else, and you kind of think, oh fuck, if it's somewhere else, then am I prepared to travel that far to go to work? So it's kind of like that, where it might be work and love, okay, but if it's work related, it's kind of I really need to start considering that I'm sort of there, but I need to keep going and I need to keep trying. Okay, so that would be around work, and also love, I think, is kind of here for a lot of you as well, or the name that's called love in the chat there. Let's see, Aries. Oh, so you got 5 of Wands, Aries. So very confused, very afraid. Well, not afraid, but this is arguing about it, that someone's getting really frustrated the fact that it isn't happening because there is possible distance here. So it's kind of like, well, it's always on my mind, but that's really not what I'm concerned about at the moment. What I'm concerned about more is probably my work, or I'm more concerned about how far that is in order to go. So some of you may have got I don't know, you could have got into an argument with someone, but this can also be self-confliction, because this is also sabotage, meaning I'm sabotaging it because there's more negatives than there are positives in my head. Like, this is where you can push things away because you want it that bad, that quick, that when it doesn't, I actually get it up in my head, and then I'm obsessing about it, and because I'm actually not doing myself any favours at all, because I'm stressing myself out here. Okay, so it could be where I'm kind of like, I'm just hanging on by a thread here. Could be something to do with around a Piscean maybe. Okay, but don't forget, these messages can still also come out around your parents, your sister, your brother, your daughter, your friends. Okay, there's just this energy of someone distancing themselves from someone that is possibly very argumentative, and so on and so forth, right here. Like when you get around them, their energy is very confusing. So the Knight of so hold on a minute. So if we're looking for who you should look out for, 5 of Wands is discord, physical changes. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you want things to change, you have to give in and stop fighting for what you want. Okay, because normally when you don't want it, it's normally when you find it. So this could be worried, like this could be you, your other person, but worried about change. Like, this would change my life completely, but I don't want my life to change. I want it to stay the same as it is, but I'm getting really fucking confused and annoyed because it isn't changing. So it might be where this is to do with work, and someone's trying to get work and they can't, or they're trying to get on with someone and keep saying, look, if you was to do this, you would change your life, and it would change it completely and utterly because you would have help and support. And it's like, I don't need anybody's help. I can do it myself, but I'm getting really fucking annoyed and actually destroying it because I'm fearing the fact that I'm going to cause more chaos than anything else. Okay, so, or the name K. But it's like I can't think at the moment. Like I really can't think about that. You know, physical changes. There are things going on in my life where I want it to change, but it might not be. Okay, so it could be a lot of stuff going on in the sky, right, Tyler? But like it could be things that are kind of going on upstairs, and it's kind of like, because this isn't happening now, I'm fucking annoyed. And this is also when people come at you as well. They just come at you in the comments. They come at you left, right, and centre. You're like, what the fuck now? Like, what now? You know, what have I done wrong now? What do you want? Like, you know, right. Let's see. But there'll also be like a life path 5 person as well. Okay. Aries Singles. What has Aries Singles got to look for? Oh dear. So again, you got the same card that came out for another one. This was always to do with around grounds for divorce. It got mixed up with the energies of the people that may be looking for other messages. This is kind of where someone's decided to be silent and give someone the silent treatment. So I'm not even speaking to you, and I'm not talking to you anymore here. So this is a Libra energy. So somebody decided, they got really pissed off, really angry, okay, flipped out for some reason, and then decided to like just be quiet and not say anything. But then you get people like Jen. You're right, Jen 76, where there is no chance for me to do anything because I've tried that many times to talk to you, but you don't speak, so there's no point. So it's kind of like this, like you've been trying to get with this person from the past, and you've realised that silence is better, is probably better. Now this is also with a parent or a lover. I don't think this is a new person. I think this is coming up where you guys have been going through this for a fucking long time with this person here, and you realise that you can't say anything maybe because the person that you want is with someone else, and you've decided, fuck it, if they're with someone else, I've got no choice but to just be quiet and hope for the better that my karma goes. But that's just for your awakening, really, Aries. Okay, so basically some of you here are not talking to a person. If you want a person, someone's got a right attitude here. Someone has an attitude that isn't the good basis for a relationship anyway, because they have an attitude. So, because this, if I can't have what I want when I want, I might as well just be quiet and not say anything because you're not really adding anything to my life anyway. So someone could have got used here or feel as if they've been used or abused. Or they got fed up with someone's mouth here. Let's see. Which means that when we talk, we don't get on anyway, so what's the point? Or there was just no point to it. Let's see. Aries, Aries for singles. What should they look out for Aries singles? This really isn't coming up as a singles reading. You got the 10 of Wands and also Pegasus, which is the 6 of Wands. So someone's feeling victorious, but this person's looking to land something. Friendship, victorious friendship. You got the 10 of Wands, burdens, and just burdens really. Bernadette. I'm also Bernadette or Bernard. So what's going on for you singles? Well, fuck all really. I think majority of you here are probably arguing. Some of you are daft enough to argue with yourself. Like, you're just kind of like not arguing with anybody, but you're just like really pissed off at this time. So, like I said, this come up in the grounds for divorce. Someone that was actually getting married and was just having conflict all over the place. Because this is a part of Libra, so it's justice. And it kind of means that I deserve more, and because I haven't got it, I'm just arguing and I'm just like waiting in order for someone to give me some attention. But nobody seems to be giving me it. It might be because someone's got an attitude here. I don't know. But like, you know, you've got an attitude problem, blah, blah, blah. I'm also picking that up as a parent, saying that to a child or a child to a parent. You got such a fucking attitude problem. Why do you think that I'm not speaking to you? Because you got such an attitude. Here. You got the Six of Wands, Aries, which is someone's getting some attention here. But I feel like if there's travel, this person's afraid to land because they don't know what they're going to land on or land in. Landings is also a place of funeral parlour here. So it might be a Scorpio. Let's see. Single Aries. For single Aries, what to look out for. Oh dear, the Death card of 4. These same cards came up in another reading because it was me holding it like this here. So I'll probably do it again when it comes to the thumbnail there. Okay, but Rosie and Jim, John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Rosie. So you got 4. So you got yourselves and Aries. You see, endings and transformation. In order to transform your life, you have to take risks. You've got to take risks, unfortunately, okay, because it might be right in front of you and you're not willing to see it, and you're kind of like, no, I don't want my life to change that much that quick, but I want my life to change, but I want what I want when I want. You see, you can't manifest one thing at a time. You have to manifest everything, okay. When there's fear involved here, you're just crushing your own dreams when people are afraid because they're wondering what the outcome would be before even discovering the outcome. So it can be I'm sabotaging things in my life by adding too much pressure. This is pressure. Scorpio can mean pressured, like I'm under pressure and I've got that much pressure on me at the moment on my shoulders. I can't even fucking fathom to think about anything other than what I want, which may be money because it isn't here. But it's still not happening because of pressure. Because it's not open. Scorpio can be closed off or open. Okay, open to change. But you could deal with another one that is not open for change. Okay. So, because this came out through the other reading, exactly the same, when I clarified them, there was the top row that was to do with another person that was not speaking to someone, and they moved on and met someone new here. And the top row was basically formed an opinion of an ex that was getting divorced and that they're married and everything else. And the bottom row was someone that was kind of like, well, I'm happy-go-lucky and I'm ready to meet someone here. And it was basically based around Cancerian, I think it was, Life Path 7s or Cancer. I think it was that reading, to be honest. So, let's see, the Fool. What's the Fool here for Aries Singles? So you got the Hermit energy here. So someone's going deep within to try and find what they want. But Virgo energy, if you're like a rising Virgo, okay, you always get to that point where you can't find what you want. So you can be very uneasily satisfied because I'm still searching for a good job. I'm still searching for more money. I'm still searching for the right partner. I'm still looking for an apartment. I'm still looking to find out what answers are. Why do I have this connection? Why do I not have what I want? 9 is an unfulfilled emotion because it is 9. It never reaches 10 because it's a life path 9 or a Virgo. So they don't never get 10. Okay, so they'll search for it and search for it and search for it. But the trouble is because you have 5, you're doing too much research. You're trying too hard. That is actually pushing everything away because you're not open for change here. Now you might say, but I am because I want it. You're not open. You're not because you want it that bad. That's why it isn't more than likely happening, because you're not seeing what is right in front of your eyes of a stable energy that can give you a surprise, which means that it can mean other people that are in your life that support energies that give you a foundation of a landing pad. Okay, so through May, the monthly readings and last month, because of timeless energy, it was talking about travel, okay, and it was talking about communication, but it was also talking about a landing pad, somewhere safe to land. That gives you stability when you know that you're safe. Okay, so if you're looking for money and things like that, it's the same aspect. When am I going to feel secure when I get the perfect job? There isn't such a thing as a perfect job, unfortunately. Okay, but what happens if I meet the right person? Well, the one becomes two, and we support each other, that give me freedom. Freedom and time when you have the right partner. Because you support. Meaning, okay, I can take over half responsibility of that, and you can take the other half, and I'll take half, and you take half. I'll look after this side of things, and you look after this side of things, and then together we'll create harmony, or harness, right, Melanie? But like harness. So we'll create something that is equal, okay? So you've got this pressured energy of things maybe not happening as quick as what some people want it to. What's this Five of Wands? Five of Wands is a Three of Swords, a Pisces or a life path 3. So again, some of you, Jen, Julian, Jason, you're still connected maybe to this person of the past, more than likely here. Because some of these hermit energies are looking in the wrong direction. It's kind of like you're not even seeing what is right in front of you. You're not prepared to see it, because there could be grief that is here, like PTSD and grief of still things from the past that's blocking out your future, because it might mean that you're still waiting for closure. Okay, so you're not even looking here. Okay, so you're looking elsewhere, more than likely. Okay, decided to look elsewhere, or Elsie. But someone's definitely got pissed off with a Piscean or a life path 5, Sagittarius or Taurus here. Well, it depends on who you've been arguing with or bickering with. Now, that can be disappointment. What's the Two of Swords? Two of Swords is a Leo or an Aquarian. So I don't think you're talking to that person. I think that's the person that, like I said, an ex could even be here, floating around, that someone's not even talking to. Like, you're not even talking to them. So someone's been silenced. I can't say anything, I can't do anything. I can't drink, I can't smoke, I can't do this. What can I do? Nothing. So I've just got to sit in silence here. What's the Ten of Wands? Five of Wands. Jesus Christ, bruv. Someone's is so conflicted about work here, about not having any work or having too much work, that you're actually blocking out your future. You could be single, like I said, you could be single here, and you're really struggling financially because you don't want love. You're kind of like, fuck love, I don't need love. Bollocks to that, I need work, I need money. But that isn't happening either. It's because of your attitude, unfortunately, towards the universe. Because it might be, well, this is so goddamn unfair, Miss Patterson, right? Where you're kind of like, you're actually missing the picture. So you've kind of got this energy of 5. Because things are not going my way when I want them to, I'm actually getting more and more wound up and angry because my workload is now picking up and I don't even want to be here. Right? So look at what you're manifesting, not wanting to be where you are. What are you getting for that? Where you are. Here. You see, your most dominant thought is what you get. If that's anger and aggression and everything else, during those times a manifestation can take a little while to come into fruition, at least when you give it a bit of time. So all what you think about in past relationships, about what you don't want, or every time you're thinking about all the shit that you don't want, is pretty much what you get. That's why you're in the shit. That's why you constantly stay in the shit. Right? It's because the majority of it is you constantly thinking about what I don't want to happen. Okay. Fear. See, not courage, fear. Intimidating. Feeling as if I've been intimidated. Feeling as if I've been backed into a corner. Not being able to say my side of it. Okay. To give over my 2 pence worth. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is the set. Oh, Jesus Christ, Aries. I mean, really, I hope your weekly reading is better. This is where, you see, I get it every time I do an Aries reading. I get so many people that hate upon my Aries readings. That's what I'm saying here. I don't really know any. I know a lot of Aries, and I don't know any Aries that is full of conflict. I don't. Well, I wouldn't associate with them even if I did, really. But like, if I knew people like that. But like I said, man, it's someone that's fucking got so much conflict. They don't know what they want. They're running. They're like I said, if you're trying to chase down money, you're actually running to get it. You're pushing it away. You're chasing it. Chasing the dragon's tail. Constantly around and around and around and around and around. Not getting anywhere because you want it that bad. Okay. Because it's like, you know, I'm trying to give you some attention. You're like, oh, fuck that. I ain't got time to listen to that. Right, here. So if you have someone in your life, say a mother or someone like that, that makes you think and feel that way, okay, you can also have that, that can come into fruition in your love lives and your friendships. Because the most dominant thought during the day of people that cause you conflict, like at work or anywhere like that, if you get constant flack all the time, okay, and you got people coming at you and you work in a shop and it's like, oh my fuck, these fucking people, and you do that every single day, what do you think your future's going to give you? Where you are. It's going to give you that, because you're like, oh, you like that because that's what you think about the most, so, oh, there you are, we'll give you more of that. And you're like, no, fuck that. Well, there you go, you're still getting it because you're like, no, fuck, I don't want all of that. And you're like, what? You ungrateful little fucking soul, I've just given you everything that you've been thinking about. What, conflict and fuck all? That's not what I deserve. What? Hold on a minute, we don't understand. You think what you want, and you want what you think, and you are who you are. So what have you got? What you wanted? No, that isn't what I wanted. Oh. Well then, start thinking more positively. You know, what do you want me to do about it? You know, the death card. The death card. Someone's avoiding everything in life here. The death card. Gemini, Capricorn. A new person. Hierophant, married couple, relationship, not even speaking to them. Not interested in love, not bothered, don't want it, not talking about it, don't want to talk about it. So let's talk about sex, no. Let's talk about relationship, no. Am I talking to the person? No. Am I possibly interested in someone that is married? More than likely, but am I talking to them? No. So I'm trying to just cut the cords and actually not talk to a person and cut my own karmic invisible umbilical cord. It's not possible, unfortunately. So yeah, silenced again, 2 and 2. Not speaking, not talking to a father or mother or an ex. I mean, like I said, man, I really hope this isn't your reading. I mean, I've got Aries in my chart. This would be, well, my mother, really. We just don't get on. But I'm not married, so I don't know. Are you interested in someone that is in a relationship or married? Because it's kind of like, well, I've got a new person, but I'm not even fucking bothered about them either. It's kind of like, you know, I've got someone I know I could be with, but nah, fuck that. Don't want a relationship, can't be arsed, don't want to speak about it, don't want to talk about it. I just want to think about all the things that I haven't got. So someone's spiraled out of control here and started going slightly mad. So you might need Pink Floyd there. Okay? Well, no, Queen, sorry. Yeah, so fuck knows, man. Y'all energy is all over the place. Aries. That's probably the Mr. Wiggly that, you know, fucking had a go at me because of his wife. It's not my fault. Don't watch fucking readings, bruv. Definitely don't cross-watch and get pissed off with an ex that's moved on with their life. That's the worst thing you can fucking do. Is cross-watch someone that you can't have. That's going to really fucking annoy you. Right? Because what? Because they're seeing someone else, or you think that they are, or you don't know, so you're trying to do a load of research, just doing your head in. You'll do your own head in. Edwina, Eddie, Edmonds, Barry, Holly, Jodie, but you'll do your own head in. Right? So, I don't know. There you go. So if you want to join, you might not want to after that, but if you want to join my Patreon, I'm going to be doing you a full table card spread of your future that leads to about a week or 2 weeks. Time is a little bit strange, but we start from then, and then we do you a full table spread of what you've got coming up in your future. that helps me diagnose who is who. Okay, because you might be looking for a diagnosis of an illness, is what I'm also hearing, or an illness. But yeah, I'm going to diagnose your life and pick it apart and show you counterparts. Who is what? The married couple, the non-married couple, the couple that's interested in the couple, and the one or the new one or whatever. Trevor, also Tracy, Trickle, Tanya, Tatiana. So if you would like to join, it goes to the silver tier. Silver tier gives you about 62 to 64 readings. The gold tier gives you all of those, which is the monthlies and the weeklies, but it also gives you all of the teaching segments that are there and present. And also I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 readings, teaching readings tomorrow, where there may not be any tarot. So if you are interested, the gold tier will have another 2 or 3 possible teaching segments that go on the teaching tier tomorrow. So I might not be doing any tarot tomorrow. So I'm going to do about 3 teaching segments, put them out over there, and you will only see them on the gold tier, because that's the only place that they go. They don't start here, they just go over to there. Okay, so like I said, bronze tier is just the monthlies, but you get 42. Silver is basically monthlies and weeklies. You get 64 readings maybe, and then you also get the gold tier, which is all of those and all of the teaching stuff, and it really helps me out. So just take a look. Do not join the old website if you are new. Please make sure you follow this description and read it before joining, and look for Patreon. Okay, so thanks very much guys, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.